Hi everyone, thank you for joining the Faraday Unleash. I am Octavio, sales engineer at Faraday, and today is going to join me the product manager, Gisela Giusti. Hi Gisela, how is it going?
Hi, everything fine. Thank you, Octa.
Great, great. Okay, so we're going to showcase a lot of the new things that we have released in the B5 version of Faraday. So thank you all for joining. In this update, we have made a lot of improvements inside the solution, not only about new features. We have released a very huge update about how we're going to deal with all the workflow in the back end of the solution. So it's going to be a more faster interface with a faster processing speeds, and of course it's going to be a presentation for all the features that are going to come in the 2024. Okay, so here's the thing: when it comes to upgrading Faraday, the only thing is the features is not the only thing that we have to take in account in order to make a better solution or a better experience for you. The other thing that we are going to present as well and showcase in this presentation is how we have improved the backend solution, so the experience is much better for you. Okay, so let's get started. Just wait for me 1 second. I'm going to mute one thing over here. So first of all, we have improved a lot on the performance in the performance matter. Okay, first of all, we have the no slowdowns. So the no slowdowns can be split into two parts. The first one can be for all the tasks that we currently perform in Faraday. We deal with all of those in the background of the solution. Okay, so um, this will make a better experience for you, because every time that you're going to upload a new vulnerability or a new report inside the solution, it's not going to process every vulnerability that you have already uploaded inside the solution. It's going to basically run some processes in the background in the meantime while you're using Faraday. So it's going to not have any slowdowns at the time that you're uploading a report. So that's quite cool, because it's going to be a lot more performant than before. For this, we have implemented Celery in the back of the solution, and it's going to bring you several amounts of benefits for all of this. In the meantime, now the backend of Faraday can basically, in a nutshell, can perform different kind of processes at the same time. So it's a cool example about it is that it can be like a DJ, for example. It can perform different tracks at the same time. So far, it can be a cool DJ for you for the vulnerabilities. Okay, so your vulnerabilities are going to stay accurate and on point with no slowdowns. Okay, so then we have the other thing. We have this optimal escalation. So Faraday also will provide a better scalability. So this specific improve into the backend is going to bring you the main benefit that every time that, as I mentioned before, every time that you upload a huge report with tons of vulnerabilities, it's going to dynamically, before uploading that report, it's going to reprocess before the improvement. It were going to um, reprocess every vulnerability once and over again. And now the optimal escalation can give us the main benefit that it's going to avoid all the bottlenecks that we used to have inside the solution, to every time that you upload a report, reprocess every vulnerability again. So it's going to be a more efficient system, and that's quite cool, because it's going to give a better experience in a nutshell. Okay, so we can handle now more complex workflows, and we can also avoid the repetitive processing in the backend. Okay, and then the last one will be, let me pass this, is going to be the task control. So again, when we are talking about the backend, the task control can be all the task execution that we are doing on the backend, and the Celery can help us to every time that we have a specific task, it can be retried every time that it failures, and it can ensure that all the tasks will be properly handled. So this brings us a huge benefit when we are dealing with the improvement of the performance of the solution. Okay, so in a nutshell, our new backend system will transform Faraday into a resilience powerhouse. Performance is not only a show; it will make your experience just better. Okay, so this will be the first part of the presentation. Uh, we have brought a lot of improvement on the backend on the V5 version, but now I'm going to talk on what is coming for the 2024. Okay, so we have two main features to showcase in the next releases in this year. One will be the contextualization that will bring us a lot of new, not only aesthetical things, but also functional. On how we're going to deal with the workspaces and the vulnerabilities inside Faraday, and then the other one will be the advanced notification system. So for the contextualization one, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and um, we're going to have Shise with her presentation about the contextualization. So I'm moving forward to stopping sharing my screen,
Okay.
and we can move to Shise.
Okay. Thank you, Octavio. Well, let's begin with some upcoming changes in our user interface. So the work we've done around this new user interface is something called contextualization. Is the term we have chosen to encapsulate the extensive work we've done for reshaping the user interface. So this initiative was driven to improve the user experience, but especially to address challenges faced by the current interface. So the idea is to provide more intuitive navigation experience within and across workspaces. We work to simplify the process of entering and exiting the workspaces, inspecting workspaces elements such as vulnerabilities, assets, services, and one of the key enhancements of is the introduction of a universal search function. So no more jumping between workspaces for looking for specific information. If you are positioned in a general view, you can conduct comprehensive searches all across your workspaces, saving you time and effort. So let's see some prototypes so we have an idea of what contextualization looks like in action. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me look for the prototypes. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So, well, suppose you just log in Faraday. So this is the home page you're going to see now. Uh, First of all, you are going to see all your workspaces that you have access or you have permission or you have been assigned to. So in this home page, you will see all the information you have access only, but not only workspaces. You will see in different tabs the, the assets, all your vulnerabilities, and all your services from all your workspaces. So in this is the general view where you have all the information all together in this first homepage that you can access when you log in or when you click on the blue F on the left upper corner. You will see the same, the all your workspaces. And here you will have a search bar where you can execute any kind of search about your work, all of your workspaces, your assets, your boons, or your services in this general view. So the search bar will be uh, in the context you are step into. So if I am in the workspace tab, I could search any kind of workspace regarding its name, its amount of buttons, with the filters you have from works for workspaces, and the same for assets if you are in the asset tab or vulnerabilities or services. One important thing we've worked a lot was in the normalization of the tables. So now the idea is all across all your features in Faraday, you will see the same kind of tables with the same look and feel, the same header. With the in the header, you will have the actions over the items of the table. You can add, in this case, because you are in the service tab, you can add services using this button, and you have the pagination and the filters and the order column icon in the right side of the header of the table. But all the tables will be the same, with the same look and feel. Here you have the same kind of header for vulnerabilities, for assets, and even if you are in the workspace, in the list view, you have the same kind of table. Also, we also normalize the way you edit the elements of the table. So using the pencil here, or using the right click, or using the pencil in the header, you can edit the item in the same way as you can edit now the vulnerabilities with a right lateral panel. So the same will be for any of the other tables. For example, if I am in the vulnerabilities table and want to edit the vulnerability, you will have the same kind of panel, and the same for services here, and the same for assets. So, and if you want to jump into one asset, if you want to inspect a specific asset, you can just in one click the asset, and your context will change to the asset you have entered. So here in the breadcrumb, in the top of the page, you have the name of the asset you have clicked, but also the workspace where this asset belongs to. So I am when I click into the asset, I enter to this asset, and now my context changed to only narrow to this asset. So when I am in the asset, I have all the vulnerabilities for the asset and all the services for this asset. In the same way, I could, if I go to the F again, so I'm going to the general view, I could just first, sorry, enter, like you do now. You first enter to the workspace, not the asset. First use the workspace. When you enter to the workspace, all the information you will see will be related only to this workspace. So what do you have? You have the dashboard for the workspace, where you have all your summary information of the workspace. You will have the assets only belonging to this workspace, the vulnerabilities and the services of this workspace. If I want to access the same asset, I just look for the asset, click on the asset, and now I am again in the context where I am inside the assets, and I am only seeing vulnerabilities and services for these assets. In in each of the pages, you will have the search bar. So if I want to make a search in this asset, uh, if I want to find the vulnerabilities, I can search for the vulnerabilities here because I am looking at the vulnerabilities tab. And if I want to search for services, I could move to the services. But the search bar is uh, with the search, you can look for information that you are seeing in that page. So that's very important. So if I change, for example, to another feature, if I go to reports and I want to return to my last visit, my last this first icon we call the panel icon. If I want to return inside the asset and I was looking for before I just click on the panel and I will return to the last visited page. So that's like a general idea of how the vulnerability services and assets have changed in this new UI. And another important thing to mention is that you have all the other features in the left panel that now are workspace independent. So if I want to, for example, go to the knowledge base or planner or analytics, executive reports, agents, or notifications, user, wherever you want to go, uh, the feature is workspace independent. So, for example, if I want to make a report, so now when I create the report, I will be prompt to select first the workspace to then make a filter over the elements of the workspace and choose which vulnerabilities or which assets I want to include in my workspace and in my report. Sorry, but all the features are workspace independent. I don't have to enter first to the workspace and then make the report. Now I can just go to the reports feature and create my report. And well, the important thing here is with this general view, you can answer questions like which are my vulnerabilities with higher risk in all my workspaces. So I just go to the general page and look for vulnerabilities with risk score greater than, for example, I don't know, 80, and you will have all the vulnerabilities from all your workspaces that match that search. So, well, that's all of my part. I don't know if you have any questions, but if not, I Octavio will continue with the other feature.
That was just amazing, Gise. Thank you very much for your presentation. Without a doubt, the concept, the context textualization is going to bring us a lot of new enhancements on how we're going to deal with vulnerabilities. So that was amazing. Thank you very much. So I'm going to continue with this presentation with the last feature we're going to showcase today, and this will be the advanced notification. So this may sound familiar to you, maybe, because because as you may know, we have released the notification system back in the before. But now in this year, it's going to bring us a new improvement. This feature, because on the past, the notification, what we'll do in a nutshell, is to notify us about some aspects about the system that if any of those happen, they will be notified by Slack or email or inside the app to the user that are configuring those notifications. So up to that point, that was quite powerful, but it is even more powerful now, or will be in this year, because now we are going to implement the advanced notification, and this will bring mostly two main benefits. First of all, it's going to give us contextual awareness and relevance, because now in this new advanced notification system, we can configure our own tailored alerts. Okay, so we are going to be able um, to build up our own alert with the not only if we want a vulnerability or an asset, or if we want a specific attribute to be notified to any of the platforms that I have configured before. So it is quite cool, because now we are going to have not only the awareness and relevance, but also we're going to optimize the communication channel, so we can notify per each user the notification that we want them to have. So this will be pretty interesting, not only for both of the use cases that we have for a general aspect in Faraday, but also it's going to build up some new use cases for the notification that we can send to each of the users into our company. So that is pretty powerful. So I think up to now we have showcased any of the features that we are going to release in 2024. Of course, there's more to come to be announced in the next few months. But as we conclude today's presentation, we have highlighted not only the features that is going to come in 2024, but also the huge improvement that we have done into the B5, into the performance on the backend solution. Okay, so this is not only going to minimize your workflow disruption, but also is going to elevate Faraday into a literal powerhouse. So that's quite cool. So I am Octavio. I'm with Gisela. Thank you very much all for joining today. We are going to look forward to continuing announcing new features and new improvements of Faraday that lies ahead with Faraday. So thank you very much, and see you on the next one.
Thank you.